All right, everybody. All right, everybody.
Hey, Dave, Tyquan Thornton, how can he help you if he's on special teams?
Right now, we're looking at him at gunner. You know, seeing if he can play there. He's getting a lot of reps everywhere. He's getting some punt return reps. I think kick return will be his first spot that'll be able to help us. Also working at end on punt return. You saw him doing that today. And then he'll be a cover guy on kickoff somewhere along the front. So, you know, he keeps advancing on the offensive side of the ball. We'll find a way to get him on the field on special teams.
Same question for Jalen.
Oh, yeah, pretty much the same answer. He's worked everywhere. He's a bigger type body. I'm not sure he'll be a gunner. He might end up being a slot on punt. Also, I think he's since he's such a bigger body and a lower body, he'll help us in blocking a little bit more. You know, maybe in a different position on kickoff return and punt return. So.
Hey, Dave, sort of the flip side of that is with Nico. You mentioned the other day that he was far and away the best. How does that play out in terms of how you have to use your resources with Andy as you go forward? I know you don't have to make a decision now.
No, we don't. You know, we talk every week. You know, I give him a list of who I think is going to make the team, like the whole team, and then he looks at it, and then we talk. And but I mean, it's every day we grade these guys, and we know exactly where everybody stands every day. I mean, the coaches go over it. You know, we could keep 6, we could keep 7. You know, wide receivers. So Nico's in the mix. You know, he's our best returner right now, whether it be punt or kick return. He just keeps getting better, just like I said last week.
And that's just one of the things that plays out over the next couple of weeks. I mean,
sure. I mean, we got the games coming up, you know, and somebody else might jump out. I mean, Rashee, we're going to give him a lot of reps. We're going to see what he could do. You know, Tyquan. I mean, he's special teams is going to be a factor when it comes right down to it. Always is every year.
The Roger numbers kind of forced you to make a decision at the punter earlier than he wanted, but what did you see with Matt to make it clear that he's the guy?
Well, you know, like I said, he was ahead at the point when I talked about it last week, and then he had even a better day or 2 days after that, and then we had some injuries where we had to make a decision. Just like I said, that might happen, but it forced a decision. Matt, he's like the champion. You got to knock the champion out, you know, and Eddie wasn't able to do that in the period of time that he was here. But I still think he's an NFL punter. I think he's going to get another chance somewhere else, and you know, I wish I could have got him in some games just to, you know, see how he did there. But somebody else would give him a shot, and I'm sure he's going to make it somewhere.
In what ways did the competition push Matt to improve?
Oh, yeah, it helped Matt a lot. The competition always helps everybody. You know, somebody that with that high of caliber of talent helped him in the pooch area. I think it helped develop him there. Also helped Matt develop a left punt, which he needed to do. And you know, and Matt he's in a good place right now. As you know, as long as he keeps the foot on the gas pedal right now, which he will.
Coach, you had a chance to watch that Hall of Fame game and see the new kicking rules. What did you think about it, and why weren't you at the White House? You're the coordinator.
All right, the White House thing. I didn't even know Bucker was going. Let me tell you the truth. I mean, I know Andy, Coach Reed knew. I'm sitting at home because we had a day off, and all of a sudden I see Bucker on television with the president. I go, "What? Was this old?" But you know, it was. He did a great job. I thought he represented himself well, represented the Chiefs well, and he looked great up there. So you know, it was good job by Bucker. It would have been cool to be with him, but that's fine. What was your other part? I mean, you got me with that the Bucker question. Oh, the kickoff return. Yeah. I don't think you've seen everything that everybody's going to do, you know, in that game, but you saw more returns. That's for sure. I mean, that's always in the preseason, but like I said it before, it's going to be 85 to 90% returns every time on the kickoff, and it's going to be exciting for everybody.
Dave, going back to the conversation related to punters, with the influx of Australian punters, rugby-style punters, is that something that you have to teach more in terms of punt coverage and fielding punts at training camp?
The rugby punters, I mean, they're really good in the pooch area. They're really good. They can dial that thing up because that's the kick that they do, the end-over-end kick. The American punters, I mean, they have to learn that skill. The rugby punters, they've done that the whole life playing rugby. So there is a learning curve for that. But there is an influx of Australian punters right now. If you look across the league, I think there's might be 5 to 7 guys if you look at it across the league, and every year it seems to be more and more.
Dave, you get a week away from the first preseason game. What are kind of the checklist thing you want to do over the next week?
Yeah, we want to make sure that's a good question. We want to make sure we cover every situation because you never know what's going to come up, and we go over it and we have a lot of walkthroughs in the afternoon where you don't see us working on hands team or onside kick, all those different scenarios, and there's thousands of them on special teams. We have to be sure that we're on those, and every group's got to do it. It's not just the ones. You finish a game, your hands team is going to be your 14 guys, so they need to know, what to do, how to line up, and everything that goes along with it, which is a lot. It's a good question.
Yeah, you said Matt goes full throttle all the time. You can try to. Matt goes high energy all the time.
Matt?
I'm sorry.
Not a rising? Yeah.
Johnson. Are you going to try to?
Oh, as far as him covering and stuff, and covering kicks?
Yeah.
I mean, I don't want him, especially in the preseason, I don't want him, getting down there covering kicks, but he'll cover. If he knows he didn't hit a punt well, he's like the first one down the field to cover. So that says a lot about him. So he could do it if we have to have it, he'll do it. But I don't want him doing that on a regular basis. We can't afford to, especially during the preseason, we can't afford to lose him during that. But he's got a football player mentality, which is good.
Thanks, Coach.
All right, thanks.
Hey, Tyquan, you had a lot of teams pursue you at the end of last year. What was it about the Chiefs that made you feel like this could be a good opportunity for you?
I'll say the offensive scheme, coming out here, seeing how they play. A lot of guys, a great room, a great quarterback, and playing with Andy Reid, for sure.
How do you think last year? What do you think being here last year looking out for this game?
I'll say just seeing a different type of culture here, seeing how they go out there and play fast, be precise, and going out there and just making plays.
When was the last time you returned kicks or punts on a regular basis?
I do them every day out here now, so shoot, we just getting better at it.
Before you got here, when was kind of last time?
I'll say probably I did it back at New England a little bit, in practice, but not in the game situation.
How does that also apply to being a gunner? Dave Toub's up for saying that you're probably his top guy at a gunner.
Yeah, at New England, playing behind a guy like Matthew Slater, I learned a lot. I took a lot from him, so just applying that, coming out here and just doing what I do.
How has it been as far as just getting the speed down to Pat and really getting kind of the rhythm and especially on the deep balls?
Just going out there and just doing my job. He's going to do his job. I go out there and run fast, and he's going to put it where it's supposed to be, and I just got to make the play.
How's camp going? How do you feel like you're doing?
I feel like camp is going well. Out here just having fun with my teammates. We all just making plays. We getting to know each other, just playing football.
You were with Juju in New England. How does Juju kind of take you under his wing, kind of helps him progress in your career?
When he first got to New England, me and Juju, we locked in instantly. We used to get catches in after practice and stuff like that. So me and Juju, we got the tight bond. That's my guy right there. The way he can just extend the play and throwing accuracy. Sometimes he'll make you open even if you're not open. So just having your hands available, ready to make the play.
Honestly, when you didn't go the way you wanted, how long did it take you to sort of reframe your mind to a new opportunity and put that behind you?
Soon when I got to KC, as soon as I got off that flight, had a new mindset, new opportunity.
I assume you had other opportunities too. Why Kansas City then? Talking to you.
Why not KC? I'm out here just having fun with my guys and just learning and playing football.
A lot of the guys talked about how much speed there is in this receiver room. Said the fastest one some of them played in. Do you feel that way? Is this the fastest room you've ever been in?
Yeah, it's a lot of speed. A lot of guys, who you think is not fast is fast. Like Rashee, one of them guys, he has speed, breakaway speed. So, a lot of speed top down.
Tyquan, for you, what is it about Kansas City that's been different from where you've been in college and New England? What kind of stands out about being a part of this team?
I'll say like the precise practice, coming out here with attention to detail and seeing how these guys prepare, to the little things and just going out there just making the routine plays.
Great. Thanks, Tyquan.
Yeah, thank y'all.
was getting back out onto the field again. What did it feel like? What was the kind of beginning of the process of getting back into recovery?
It was kind of slow, just kind of taking it day by day, not getting discouraged about what I could do just a couple days ago.
Was there any point, just as far as the recovery goes, that was kind of the low point for you? It's just having to watch your teammates and go through all the season last year.
No, not really.
What's been the biggest challenge? Do you feel like yourself, football-wise, health-wise?
Yeah, I feel 100%. I'm excited to be back out here with the guys. Just kind of basically back where I left off at. So, only thing is, get back on the field and just continue to have fun doing what I do.
Rashee, how do you process the uncertainty with your case, given the possibility of suspension?
Honestly, it's still in the works. My legal team is handling that. All I can do is focus on what I can control right now, and that's me doing what I do best right here on the field.
Rashee, as a young player, what lessons did you learn from that incident last year, and what assurance did you, or changes that you made since then, so you don't find yourself in a situation again?
Just how valuable any opportunity is and any moment is. This right here, us being able to be on the field and be able to be coached by Coach Reed and have such a great quarterback, it's honestly a gift. It's a blessing. So honestly, to not take advantage of opportunities like this.
Look, you're a role model to a lot of young people. Of course, young people feel like they're vulnerable. You're doing things like that. It's a big issue with drag race stuff here in Kansas City. What advice would you give them so they don't, have a situation like you did, or possibly worse?
Honestly, find a mentor and continue to stay true to self and lock in on what you want to do.
Do you feel like you put that behind you, or does it still weigh on you, or do you feel like you've changed since then?
Yeah, I've completely changed. Honestly, you have to learn from things like that. So I've learned, and I've taken advantage of being able to learn from something like that.
Rashee, in the back of your mind, have you got a training regimen for yourself if there is a suspension, where that you can stay fit and get back into rhythm when you join the team again?
Yeah, I'm locked in. This is what I do. This is my job. This is what I love to do. So, even when I'm not able to be out there with my team, I'm going to still be working as hard as I can so I can be back out there with them as soon as possible.
How close do you feel to where you were at before the injury last year? Is it the same, or does it bug you, or is it at this point?
I feel better than I felt last year.
What makes you say that? What makes you say that?
I was able to work on things that I didn't know I had to focus on in my knee. My right knee, shout out to Dr. Cooper. He did a great job on my knee. So I just got to focus on small things, which helped me improve on my game on the field.
We'll go around the room here, guys. Go ahead. Rashee, last year was Xavier's first year. Now you're taking another step. He's taking another step. What do you see out of Xavier in his second year?
He's a deep threat. He's continuing to learn. We continue to grow as a brotherhood, and we're having fun doing it with each other on the field.
Rashee, what have you seen out of Jalen Royals and kind of what he's brought to this receiver room?
Honestly, he's learning real fast. I wouldn't necessarily say he's like me because he's his own person, but he's going to be a dog his rookie year for sure.
You mentioned to Darren that your advice to younger people who are watching is to find a mentor. So who are you relying on right now to mentor you as you go through the behind-the-scenes process?
I have people off the field, and I also have people on the field. Honestly, it's just somebody that you can basically see yourself in and you want to grow up to be like, or just to have people around you that can advise you and help you grow.
What did it mean for you, Rashee, to get Travis back for this season? And what's it been like to have him as, again, another teammate who's out here who's also going to go through the season with you?
Yeah, it's great. Last year getting hurt, I realized, what could have been, and it didn't. So obviously we didn't get to play with each other the full season. Like I said, it's an opportunity. I get to play with a Hall of Famer, future Hall of Famer. A lot of Hall of Famers on the field, honestly, but I'm continuing to learn from Trav and continue to have fun with him and on and off the field.
Yeah. Last year at this time, it would have been you, Rashee, you, Xavier, along with Hollywood Brown, along with Kelsey, to start the season off, and then you had the injury to Hollywood the first game. What are you all's expectations if you all go into healthy this season that you expect from you all?
We focusing on game after game, the next play. We got a lot of playmakers on the field. I'm excited for the brother next to me to get the ball, and I'm going to block as hard as I can for him. They're going to do the same thing for me.
The injury, we really haven't talked to you since. Was that what did you know on the field that this could be season ending? Just how did you process all that initially?
I mean, I was just waiting for the doctors to let me know what was going on. A lot of people thought it was ACL. It ended up being LCL and a couple partial tears. So something that could have been a lot bigger ended up not being as big, and I took advantage of that.
What was your Super Bowl watching experience like? Are you thinking in your head how you can help in that situation? What's that experience like?
Yeah, honestly, I was just thinking about getting to this point right here. It was nothing I could do right there. So, like I said, I'm controlling what I can control, and now I'm back on the field, and we're going to do it.
Last one, see the fans just go crazy every time you walk down the hill. How much fun do you have interacting with them?
Yeah, I love that. Just not being able to be around the fans last year as much as I wanted to, it kind of just makes me realize how grateful we are to be out here and just to be able to enjoy the fans and each other.
Thanks, Rashee.
Yep, appreciate y'all.
We have to start with the rivalry that it seems to be between you and Josh out there. I mean, I'm sure it's a friendly rivalry, but what's that do for you to have somebody that you compete against and you can go after like that?
No, it's definitely a good thing. It's great to have competition on the field. That's what we want. That's the only way we get better is if we're continuously pushing each other. Me and him have had a lot of mutual respect coming from college. Like, I watched his game, he watched my game. There's a lot of mutual respect. So if we're on the field, I get the best of him, he gets the best of me. You know, things are going to build, tension's going to build. It was hot. Who cares? You know what I'm saying? At the end of the day, we're teammates. So we're just going to keep pushing each other to get better.
How would you just assess these first couple of weeks?
I think it's been pretty good. It's obviously been a lot. There's a whole playbook. We're doing more and more install. Being able to run, mix in with the ones, it's been a privilege and an honor. So just taking it in stride and just making sure, keep my head up through it and realize that some mistakes are going to happen, but making my best to make sure I don't do the same mistake twice. And that's just how it's been. It's been hot, very hot, kind of like Florida, but it's been great. It's been great.
What's been the biggest challenge on the field with the lines of the team here?
Just feeling like you have that responsibility to uphold the standard. Like, we don't slow down just because you put in so and so. Like, we got to be able to uphold the same standard, get the same amount of pressure, know the playbook. So just for me, it's just feeling accountable. Like, I have to be able to rise to that challenge and do my part. And I just can't get blown off the ball. I can't basically go dead on the pass rush rep. You know what I'm saying? Like, being able to just keep pushing, basically.
Surreal to be teammates with George at this level?
No, it's great. It's a blessing. Him and Mike Dana especially have helped a lot in terms of just mentoring, making sure my head stays straight, and just pointing me in the same direction. But you get it from all those guys. All great teammates to have and great teammates to be around.
You talked about not wanting to make the same mistake twice. Can you just give an example of something where you go out there and, oh man, I messed it up. Next time I want to be better at it.
It'll be like little things, like if you mishear a call or a direction and you're running it the wrong way. So just making sure I need to have bigger ears. Like, just make sure I'm listening. Or again, you mix up little things. That's really all it is. At the end of the day, mistakes happen. You just got to play fast.
One other thing regarding Josh. The other day, is that the sort of thing where you guys have to talk afterwards a little bit?
No. Me and him already understood. I mean, literally, you went like 10 minutes later, we're dabbing each other up. None of that's like deep. It's competitors trying to get better, trying to push each other. So it's really, at the end of the day, it's just, we understand.
Has anything surprised you about this camp?
Well, I didn't think St. Joe was really going to get this hot. It's cooled off now, thankfully, but yeah, I thought they were like exaggerating a little bit. You know, I came from Florida, so I was like thinking, you know, I practiced in 110 and it's been fine, but we don't have a breeze here. So those days were hot, like very, very hot. And everything else, yeah.
What's been the biggest difference so far between Coach Brom and now Coach Reed, the way they lead?
It's really the same. It's just two football-minded coaches, very focused. Reed's obviously a legend, and obviously just listening to him when he speaks. He doesn't say a lot, you know what I'm saying? And he's definitely an offensive guy, but when he speaks, you want to make sure you listen. There's a lot to learn from him, so that's really what it is. Same with Brom.
How much pride do you take in special teams? You're asked to do?
I take a lot of pride. Obviously, I want to be on the team. I want to be able to contribute as much as I can. So if that's on special teams, if that's being defense, that's what I want to do. And especially like if you can't give full effort for one play, then you know what I'm saying, like you don't necessarily.
Ashton, I'm sure you've heard about the comparisons to you with George, but what's it actually like when you see George up close in the way he works?
Yeah.
That you find to be similar to what you've done in the past, and are there new things that you're learning about him that you can see the difference between the two of you?
Yeah, obviously, I think we're similar, but obviously George is definitely a different rusher. We definitely have our strengths and weaknesses, and it can be different, but George is a grinder. He makes sure he gets after the ball. He's very, very, very technical, very, very fluid in his rush, which are things like I can look to mimic and basically pick up on my game. Obviously, just keeping the fluidity from college it's a slight jump, so just making sure I can translate it. And he's a good person to watch for me, so I'll just continue to watch him as we go.
Ashton, you're a week away from the first preseason game. What's it going to mean to you to step on the field for the first time as an NFL player?
It's going to be a blessing, a dream come true, really. I've been dreaming of this since I was a kid, and God put this journey on my heart, and just be able to live it out and play at the highest level that's a privilege and again an honor. So.
What are just your impressions of Josh and the talent that he has and the difficulty of matching up against?
I think he's good. I think he's very technical. He plays with good pad level. He's a very strong guy, but again, he does a lot of things to try to remove his surface just so that you can't get a lot of power moves on him. He wants you to force him to open up. So for someone like him, you have to take it to him. Basically, just play around. He's going to switch your sets. He's going to do everything. So just being able to react off him or take it to him and make him make a decision off you. That's really the mind game with him, and that's what we got to do. So it's a good thing to work against.
Couple more.
Ashton, going to the preseason game, how do you prepare yourself mentally to face guys that obviously you might not have faced before, who are obviously going to be faster than your previous level of football?
I think it's just going to come down to film. Obviously, we've been practicing, so we've been practicing at high speed, so we're going to rely on that. But at the end of the day, it's going to come down to what are we doing in film to watch our matchups, see who we're going to be playing against. That's what's really going to change, and that's the same with every week of football. So,
Ashton, Omar talked earlier in campus, said that you guys were roommates here at Mo West. How have you guys kind of been helping each other, get better each and every day?
Yeah, me and Omar just be pushing each other. It's like just a accountability, whether that's coming in to each other's rooms at night, just being like, okay, what's the plays for tomorrow? Like, what do we need to know? Speed run, like riffing them off, or making sure we do our rookie duties together. Stay on top of things. But it's been like that since we've known each other. So just being able to push each other, again, coming in same position group, or just being able to like bank off each other, know that you have someone in your corner that's your age. Yeah, that's a good thing. So.
What are rookie duties?
Rookie duties are for us. It's like getting water, snacks, making sure we just stay on top of little things. But that's about it. But they don't play about that water.
Thank you, everybody.
Thank you guys. Appreciate you.